coming out on our blue team is going to be Hammerhand on Vi. We have Science playing Maokai. We have Genalicious on Wildfire Zyra. Dual Power, Volcanic Wukong, and Metal Finnerer is going to be on Olaf down bottom.
And that makes up Team Amputease on the bottom lane. We're going to have, or on the bottom lane, excuse me. I got Metal Finnerer stuck in my head. And the other team we have here is Dominionation. They consist of Krillian playing as Xin Tam 1138 or Tam 1138 playing as Leona, Pilates Expert 1 playing as Evelyn, Destiny 2G playing as Diana, and XX Ether Lord XX playing as Rumble. I'm one half of your casters. I am Gander of the gaming clan, Vato Clan, and casting with me is
Skill Factory. Excited to be here. This is my third Dominate Dominion, and I'm sure there will be more in the future, especially while you're on your little hiatus, Gander. And I'll be excited to be here every time because these games are always packed with action. They're short, and they are just a blast. They are fight by fight by fight. Lots of great plays that we've seen coming out. We saw our first pentakill in the last game by that Draven, and he was handling that game. So I'm excited to see this game without an AD carry, and really people going heavy bruisers. They have the AP bruisers. They have the AP tanks, and they're really gonna tee off here, and this will be another exciting game.
And I'm looking at this team here, and they're just a couple steps removed from a Captain Planet. I mean, they've got Earth with Maokai, and they've got Fire with Zyra and Wukong. And I guess the Olaf's kind of like water and ice, because he's like northern, you know? And I don't know what the heck Vi is, though. That just screws everything up at that point.
Yeah.
But you
Vi is the element of fist.
She's the element of fist. You know, there we go. Yeah, we'll go with that. That sounds completely reasonable. It's Fist's a new element on the periodic table. Its abbreviation is VI.
That's right. The best part about Vi is when you use Assault and Battery, and she grabs onto somebody and picks them up and slams them down. Half the time she's like, "Get dunked," and that just makes her so much fun. She could be the most underpowered champion, and I would still play her just because of that. Just because I'd pick one guy who had one bar trying to run away from a fight, I'd flash and just dunk them. Slam them to the ground and end their life.
That's... put them in the ground. Maokai knows about being in the ground. He had some issues with the ground once upon a time. I'm really gonna... I like to seeing Diana and Leona on the same team. That's gonna be interesting. There's a notorious casting slip I made once upon a time that the chat is aware of, and I'm gonna try and not make it again here, even though they're now both on the exact same side. Both teams heading up to the top. Looks like Xin and Wukong are gonna stop for tower on the way there. Looks like Vi's gonna be the first one to get up to the top point.
Yeah, it makes good sense leaving them behind because they are the two that don't really have poke.
Yep.
They're the two hard engagers that can't really do much to do range damage. You see the planets coming out from Zyra and Genalicious here, just trying to zone them back a little bit. They're getting a good amount of cap right there, and they're just trading off. They might even get this cap without having a fight. They really need to engage this and not let them get this last fight. There goes Xin with a 3-talent strike coming in. A lot of damage going down. Krillian going to drop first, and Genalicious being the target here. Tam not going to be able to drop them, and it's a 2-0 trade as Pilates Expert and Destiny run away. The garrison came down after they capped that tower, and they almost gave it to him for free there. Yes, great twisted advance, and closing that gap to kill him. The revive coming out from Xin Zhao, getting a free kill on the backside there on that Zyra. But Zyra not always being the first person you want to attack anyways, because her passive true damage at low levels is very strong. Science getting caught out here, Exhaust going down, stun, Diana trying to put up the damage, but taking a lot from Wukong, and Science getting away with just a sliver of HP rolling those health pots.
And Xin Zhao tried to clean this up with that revive, but he was only going to get one kill right there. No Hammerhand's kind of getting stalked away. And, not going to escape, unfortunately. Genalicious was not there early enough to be able to throw down the snare. Unfortunately, Pilates going to hide there, and I don't like it. Genalicious taking some damage, getting kind of zoned back away. But now with Hammerhand back alive again, Krillian's going to have to retreat a little bit. That full hit point vibe versus that lower hit point Xin Zhao, I don't think I like too much.
Yeah, down bottom, Olaf taking out Rumble as Rumble had zoned him back to his point and neutralized it. So bottom being won by Rumble right now, even though he did get that death, he had the neutralize, saving them some points in his early engagements. And it looks like they're just trying to push up the minions right now for red side here and get a little bit of help capping this point.
They don't need too much more, actually. If they feed a few minions, that they can get this tower kicked over to neutral. And right now, Science's garrison is down. And there's the initiate in right there, and the airborne off on Xin, and they're getting down really, really low. Follows up by the airborne from Wukong as well. They're going to get a kill on Diana. And that leads to a very lopsided fight up at the top. With Diana and Eve having had recalled, they would have come up to that fight with full hit points and mana and made it a very lopsided fight. But a good engagement up there is going to keep that from happening because they can't make that play when they're down on numbers like that. Which, it seems, is going to lead to Diana heading down to the bottom lane, maybe going to go for a gank on Metal Fenrir down here.
Yeah, I don't think they have much luck. He does have the Ragnarok up, so even if he gets slowed and CC'd well, he's going to be able to pop that and get out of there. If he does need it, he's going to lay an axe across both of them. He's not even going to have to pop Ragnarok right there. He gets away with more than half his HP, grab that health relic, roll a pot. He'll be back up to full, and hopefully clear this lane. Seems so he does have Ragnarok left. He will get out of there. But meanwhile, up top, a good Zenith Blade coming out by Leona, jumping onto Hammerhand, and Vi going down to Krillian and the Leona there, and Ginalicious being mopped up. But she did get the ultimate down for a knock up there. She still has the passive for the next person trying to cap, and it looks like she's just going to try to get the kill onto Tam. Unable to get that, though. And the reinforcements went down bottom to stop the 2v1 onto Olaf and get the kill on Diana.
They were able to pick up Diana, but they weren't quite able to gun down Rumble, unfortunately. He did manage to get away from Wukong there. And as a result, they lost out on that exchange pretty handily. Normally you'll leave the windmill. Yeah, you might lose the windmill, but you'll take the bottom point, especially with it being the quest objective point. But since they weren't able to secure the kill on Rumble, they did not have an opportunity to push this point and try and pick up that buff. So now everything's going to kind of reset here for a few seconds as both teams recall and start heading back up towards the upper part of the map. Seeing some mobility boots coming out for Dominionation's side of the team, Xin and Eve. And Eve, I think that's a champ one I could maybe excuse. Getting those, she does a lot of roaming. Xin Zhao has been doing a lot of roaming so far this game, and if they keep doing that, you can see that speed advantage come into play as the game progresses. Xin Zhao going to the bottom to stop the play being made. She's going to lead for things to be offside up at the top. Leona gets 8 real quick right there, being caught by that speed shrine.
Yeah, it looks like she was almost trying to be in the bush, but wasn't quite in the bush yet. So Wukong coming back in on the 2v1, Cyclone coming down, a lot of damage, these double exhausts coming out, Pilates Expert going to be able to get out of here on that Eve, Destiny taking down the kill, Science not deciding which way he wanted to go down to help that. Meanwhile, down bottom, Vi's going to pick up the kill onto Xin Zhao and is trying to close the gap onto Aetherlord, does not land that Vault Breaker, and is probably going to just disengage here. Does have the Storm Shield, though, so very scary. Her third auto attack does give her more attack speed and lays down exponential damage when you include that Storm Shield.
And, oh, nope. Oh, man. I was scared for that snare right there, but they did not connect with it. So now Hammerhand getting extended a little bit away from the team, though. It's going to take a lot of damage, but right there, the follow-up, they burst down Eve immediately before she can really get dangerous. We got Etherlord coming up from the bottom, which means Olaf's going to go straight for that quest objective down there. Science is delaying here. Diana picks up a double kill, and Leona's getting a little bit low on health. They're chasing Ginalicious away, and now they're responding to Olaf. Olaf has gotten the neutral off on that point. The flamethrower wasn't quite enough range to get him, so he had to pop the rockets on him, though, which did catch him with that silence right there. So now Metal Fenrir is going to start this fight here, throws down the exhaust, lots of damage coming out. Eve there now, and the minions kicking it over, picking up the quest objective for Amputease, and additionally, falling back to the top tower right here, they are able to kill Diana as well.
Yeah, it was a great play by Ginalicious there, utilizing the snare to actually hit both champions and get out of there with a sliver of health, grabbing that health relic and just stalling out, and actually picking up the 2 kills because of the kiting ability of damage that she has with her plants there. And Aetherlord trying to get Metal Fenrir off this point here. The Xin Zhao's going to come in and really make it hard for them. There comes out the Equalizer. Lots of damage coming down on Olaf. Going to die very quickly along with Hammerhand. And they're going to take this point as the 3v2 progresses. But the Wukong came in stealth. Cyclone knocking them both up. Now they're going to try to tee off with Wukong, but he does not have his decoy up, and he will die, not getting the kill on Krillian, as the Rumble is going to try to fight Science. He's not going to have any of that. Does not want to go into the 3v1, decides to recall and group back up with his team.
As Science is a very difficult thing to fight. It has laser beams and nukes and jet engines and all sorts of things. It'd be tough to put Science down. Up at the top, though, Genalicious got that Zyra play going, trying to zone as best as he can, but those plants are not necessarily the most durable things in the game. Saw Eve just gun one down really quick up there, and we got, there's that sapling toss, lets them know that Xin Zhao's over there, so they decide not to go straight across. Instead, they're going to circle out on the left to get up to the tower. Twisted Advance goes off, Xin Zhao knocks him back, the Maelstrom is down, but Science is down half of his health already. And Zyra with a nice airborne connects with everyone, but the Solar Flare stun, pretty good. Can Wukong clean this up? We're going to see, goes straight for Pilates, takes him down, and now going to stalk Leona. Leona's got that Eclipse up right there. He's going to wait for it to go down before he makes his move. Yeah, no, he's still up for just a second right there, but it was enough damage to kill her anyway. And now Destiny 2G is retreating back. There's that Crushing Blow, Nimbus Strike combo right there. And they're not going to fight that. They've pushed them back. They've defended the top. They've put some pressure on. They've forced Diana to go back. They don't need to make a play here. They're okay.
Yeah, with Pale Cascade and Moonfall, it'd be really tough to dive Diana onto that turret without having the Cyclone and the Tangling Roots there up for Zyra. She does get the Storm Shield jumped on by Krillian here. Krillian actually knocking up Science. The Vengeful Maelstrom going down, reducing all that damage. Exhaust onto Krillian. He's trying to go back into some damage. Does not get any before he goes out. Pilates Expert, the next target there. Vi and Wukong making short work of him. And it looks like Dual Power now is going to get another kill. A double kill coming out for Wukong. Really laying down the damage here as Rumble comes up to support his team with the Leona. A good lance there. Going to hit Genalicious. Probably going to take her down through the Speed Shrine. All you need is one more slow. There it is. A double kill for Rumble. But once again, they're going to have to sacrifice some points down on the bottom as Olaf does not go to support the fight, but instead wants to take that Boneyard.
And he was warded off by Diana. It seems like when Rumble went up, Diana's impulse was, well, Rumble's going to go up, and when I revive, or when I come back from the southern platform, I'm going to go right to the bottom. And that's what they did, and they were able to ward off Olaf this time. Windmill's going to get neutraled, and potentially the bottom lane as well, as there's a dive going on down there. Metal Fender trying to defend the best of his ability, but things unfortunately not so good for him down there, as he is going to get taken out. Zyra heads down to the bottom lane, though, and is she going to be able to stop this from getting too crazy? Diana is able to connect with the Crescent Strike there, takes some damage, kills one of the plants. Zyra just needs to get in range. She does, clicks on it and stops Xin Zhao from capturing it, so keep it neutral for a while. But Destiny's doing a very good job of keeping Zyra away from being able to connect with Xin Zhao, and just stopped again with a sliver of health right there. But there's that delay. Durable and delay are the two words that you need to know if you're going to play Dominion. And by staying in that fight for as long as she had, not diving, but just waiting and only poking when needed to interrupt him, they were able to keep that tower neutral for a really long time. Minions got it right at the end there, but now there's no one to defend it, and they will take it back very easily.
It looked like Xin Zhao actually voluntarily came off the point to secure the kill on Zyra just before it capped. I think it might have even been a misclick, just mistiming that just a little bit, saving the slimmer of health. Hammerhand dropping the Assault and Battery, trying to CC people who are diving on the turret. Maokai is going to be next, trying to knock everybody back, but Science is going to go down to a 4v1, and that is how you beat Science right there, folks. You get 4 red members and take them down. Dual Power, once again, with the distraction, trying to delay. He's going to pop the decoy, the Cyclone going down, not going to get a kill. Pilates Expert just getting out for that last tower hit comes in. Hammerhand coming back with the revive, being able to slow them down here, but the double ultimate, the Solar Flare coming down, and they're trying to CC them. They kept the point that entire time, sacrificing their lives one by one, just slowing them down, and now they're all not healthy enough. Pilates Expert going to go down to the Zyra. A very easy grasping route to hit when you know they only have one place to go.
That has been 2 excellent defenses in a row. One down there in the bottom lane by Zyra, and then this most recent one up here in the windmill, them going in one after another, making sure to get the full interrupt, and Dominionation's team not spreading out as much as they could have to mitigate that interruption, because if you stack 4 people or 3 people on top of each other, that means 1 AoE can interrupt 3 people, but if you spread out over the point, it means not quite as many will get interrupted with a single ability, and it's a little bit easier to capture that way, and it's much harder to defend. but they were able to hold on to it. Now catching Pilates Expert right there. Evelyn's not really known for being a durable champion. She gets a free trip back to the summoner platform. Now they're going to pursue Rumble right on through that health rock, and they see a delicious Leona!
Yeah, the double kill coming out for Vi there, making very easy work as they catch people out one by one. The Grasping Roots actually landing right there onto Etherlord. He knows he's in trouble, not going to be able to get away. There comes the Maokai to lock him down. Leona coming in, trying to help, but they're coming in one by one. Now it's a 1v3 once again, 2 in a row. Solar Flare coming down to stun and slow them, but a Twisted Advance, locking Tam down one more time. The knockback and slow, one more hit from Vi, and that'll be it. With the, I love that excessive force. What a fun ability to use, and when it gives you a shield, it's even better. Pilates Expert trying to get this neutral point from Dual Power, but Dual Power far too strong right now with Black Cleaver for Pilates Expert to even fight against. She is going to drop the ultimate down, getting a little bit of a shield. Pilates Expert coming back in as Rumble comes here to help. The decoy on cooldown, Cyclone not on cooldown though, but the Evelyn did a great job avoiding that Cyclone and getting out of there.
And they were able to keep that, Wukong was able to keep that point neutral for quite a long time against Evelyn there, even though he wasn't able to secure the kill on her. He just bought time, and time is all you need in this game mode. Leona kited them straight across the map away from the drill, but they went and capitalized on the bottom point instead. And now, they're finally going to be able to pick up the drill, which leaves them at 4 capture points there. And we see Science here going for Leona, catching her with that, and the roots there. And now she's away from the fight. She's not able to get in and contribute. It takes her several seconds to get there. Ginalicious is living on borrowed time for quite a while, getting that extra DPS in. And there's the Solar Flare goes off, but that would have been so much more effective had she been in the fight from the start.
Yeah, not enough people to slow down the double AoE ultimate between... Oh, he does dive the tower for 1 kill there, shutting down that Olaf. He gets the laser for help, but it's not going to be enough. That'll be the end of the game, and Amputease showing very, very strong there. Their Bruiser dive comp that they had with the Zyra AP support just doing work in this Dominion game.
Those snares were so effective, just going one right after another. Zyra's skill shot snare sets up for Maokai to close the distance and use his shorter range snare, which bought all the more time for Vi and Wukong to get in with that armor reduction and really take some people out.
Yeah.